as real estate agents can't magically pop up a house in the market. We want to know exactly what you want so we can understand how we can get as close as possible to that. So we have to be realistic with what's already on the market. So unless you're building your house from scratch, you're just gonna have to work with what's on the market. Hello and welcome. If you are getting this video, it is because you have came to me at some point inquiring for a home in some kind of capacity, whether you are just wanting information about the buying process or you just want to see how this entire process works. So with that being said, let's move on to the next slide. Steps to the homeownership process can be lengthy if you go into detail, but they're pretty much 9 basic steps. Okay, so obviously there's details to them, but this is the general steps in the home buying process that everybody asks about. So step 1 would be to find a real estate agent. Hello, there I am. So you did that. Congratulations. You already passed step 1. You found a real estate agent. Now, the step 2 is the one that everybody's always like hesitant for. So you got to get pre-approved for a mortgage. And this is an important step. Even if you're paying cash, you don't have to necessarily get pre-approved for a mortgage, but you do have to go through a lender and they'll have a whole procedure that proves your income and that you're able to pay cash in the whole process. Okay. So in the real estate industry, it's a big circle. All right. So yes, I'm the real estate agent. I'm the face, right? So here I am. You see me, Lisa Tiote, and I'm the real estate agent. But behind me, I have so many moving parts that are working with me. Okay. So it's not just me working by myself, only me. Okay. So there is a lender that I'm working with. There is other people that I'm collaborating with to make this work for you. All right. So my job as a real estate agent is to be a facilitator for you and to make everything happen on your behalf. All right. So that is what the real estate agent is doing. So I say this because when people contact me, they're like, hey, can you just run my credit and let me know how much this would be for this amount, et cetera, et cetera. I, as a real estate agent, cannot do that because that is not my job. So I have to direct you to a lender. So whether it's the lender that you choose for me, because you guys can shop lenders. So in case you didn't know that, you can shop lenders. So you can just, because my lenders are very trustworthy. They're very awesome. I love them. Okay. They're very knowledgeable as well. So you can use one of our lenders and they will break it down for you and they will do all of that. They will look your background up, your income, your credit, and everything. They have to. That's the only way they could do it. So they will do that for you. And then they will tell you what range you need to stay under in order to afford, like, let's say a $2,000 mortgage or less. So that's pretty much how that works. There's different working parts. I'm the face, but there's a bunch of different parts that go into it that you don't see. My job is to have the resources to be able to help you. That's why you're hiring me. You're hiring me because I have all the information in order for you to successfully buy your home. But if somebody comes to us and tells us that they are pre-approved for mortgage, it shows seriousness. It shows that they actually have the funding. It shows that they are serious and ready to go. But if somebody comes to us and they don't have a pre-approval and they're just saying they want to buy a house, but they don't want to get pre-approved, then it shows lack of seriousness. It shows that they're probably not ready. So we as real estate agents would rather just give you some information like this video instead of like ripping and running and showing you different homes. And we don't even know what you're pre-approved for, the amount you're pre-approved for, if you have the funds, if you're just, messing around with us. Like, we need some kind of seriousness so that we know that our time isn't being wasted. So it's just courtesy. So that's the reason why a lot of real estate agents push for getting pre-approved. So it's not anything more than that. It's just a courtesy thing. Okay, so I do have lenders. So if you are ready to get pre-approved, so you know how much you're working with, so you know what range to stay under or be around in order to buy your home, then that will be very helpful because it'll bring us to the third step, which is searching for a home. So the third step is searching for a home. We can only search for a home for you if we know what range you are pre-approved for. So let's say, for example, you were pre-approved for 350. All right. But the lender says, hey, you said you want to stay under 2K mortgage. So with the interest rates and everything, you probably should stay under 250. All right. Because if you buy a home for 350, just because you're pre-approved for 350 doesn't mean that you have to spend the 350. because you want your mortgage to be about 2K or lower, right? So you're going to have to look for houses for about 250 and lower. All right. So that is why you get pre-approved first. So now we understand that you got 350, you're pre-approved. Now that means that 250 is where we're going to have to stay under in order for you to get a mortgage under $2,000 a month. Okay. So now number 4, we found your home. So now we got to make an offer. So this is one of the harder parts, mostly because finding the right house for you is the hard part. So we're going to do our best as real estate agents. This is why we do this consultation, to talk to you and figure out what you like, what you want, what your dream house is, whatever. Now that we got that information about what you want, now we have to do our best to figure out how to get as close as possible to that with the market and what is available on the market. So I had the situation happen where somebody reached out to me, and at the time I didn't have a system in place, so that was my fault. But they reached out to me, and I got their information, what they wanted. She said, I wanted a 5-bedroom house, four bathroom, 2-car garage, whatever. She told me her ideal situation. And I like to hear this because I want to understand where your mindset is at, because now we're going to get realistic later. So she was not happy because they didn't have that exact house on the market. So the problem with this is that we as real estate agents can't magically pop up a house on the market. That's not how that works. We want to know exactly what you want so we can understand how we can get as close as possible to that. So we have to be realistic, so we can just work with what's already on the market, unless you want to build a house for yourself. Then you can have whatever you want because you're building it and adding rooms, taking away rooms, etc., etc. All right. So number 5 is the inspection and due diligence. Once you get the house that you want at that moment, that you're okay with, that you are happy with, then you will do an inspection and due diligence. Okay. So due diligence is pretty much you give a certain amount of money to the person who's selling their home, saying, hey, can you take this off the market? Because I want this home and I want to do an inspection to make sure that this home is livable. I want to make sure that this house is good. All right. So that's what number 5 is. So they'll take it off the market for a certain period of time. And that is non-refundable. All right. You do not get that money back. So I just want that to be clear. All right. So number 6, you finalize mortgage and closing. So this is, you did the inspection. The house is looking great. Now you finalize your mortgage and you close on your home. And then you're going to have to get homeowners insurance, because in North Carolina, you are required to get homeowners insurance for your house. And number 8 is closing day. So we're either going to go to the attorney's office or we're going to do it in your house, but we're going to close your loan documents. And me as a notary, that's actually what I do for other people. I do their closings for them at the attorney's office or at their house. So that's what I do as a loan signing agent or a mobile notary in real estate. So I can't do it for my own though. All right. So number 9, now you're going to transfer the utilities and you're going to move in, and that's it. You're done. All right. So it's not super hard. This is really the 9 steps. This is the 9 steps, and it's pretty smooth. The hardest part is finding the right house. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to the next slide. So this is a picture representation of how it all works. So you start at the very bottom right here where the family is, get pre-approved, your online search, you tour the homes, you submit an offer, your offer got accepted, your due diligence is what we talked about, because your loan got approved, your appraisal, inspections, you do the home repair request, your closing day and closing disclosure documents get signed, and then the due diligence deadline is over and you bought the house. So now you're all done. All right. So let's move on. These are the different assistance that they have for first-time homeowners. So if this is your second house or third house, it's a little bit more difficult. So for your first house, it's actually a lot easier because there's a lot of assistance out there to help pay, like down payment assistance. If you're a VA, you're fine because you guys don't have to do down payment. New construction houses have incentives for you. Closing costs assistance. USDA has 0 down payment, and there's so many different other options as well and help for you guys out there. All right, so the VA home loan benefits. So the VA home loan benefits, This is for those who are in the military. So this is the benefits of using your VA home loan. And also another thing that I didn't get to add on here is credit. They're not too strict with credit for VA loans. So you can literally go as low as like 580 or something crazy like that, right? So they're very lenient with credit. And no need for private mortgage insurance. So you don't need that. The VA home loan is a lifetime benefit, so you can use it multiple times. I actually know people who have personally done it. Each state that they move to, they buy a house, all right, with their VA loan. So it's very possible. And that is the last slide. So let's get you started. Do you guys have any questions for me? Since this is a recorded video, just DM me, message me, text me, or anything like that so that I can answer your questions for you. This video, hopefully, is supposed to help you guys understand the basics of real estate and the relationship between a real estate agent and a client. I hope to see you guys very soon and talk to you guys very soon. Just let me know if you have any questions for me. I'll see you guys later. Bye.